Are you satisfied in your current situation? I think that many people in life are not satisfied with their current situation, whether it be financially or whether it be their house or whether it be their situation in life, their occupation, their job, maybe where they're at with their hobbies and skills and things like that. I think that the vast majority of people are not happy with where they are. But being happy and satisfied with where you are is a part of following Jesus. It's called contentment, and it's something that the Bible speaks about actually quite a bit. So the opposite of contentment, being discontentment or to not be satisfied, is actually not where God wants us to be. And so looking at the book of Philippians chapter 4 and verse 10, the Philippian church had sent Paul a love offering, and he tells them, he says, I rejoiced in the Lord greatly, but now at the last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. He said, you've been helpful to me in the past, and then you lacked opportunity, and now you had an opportunity, and so you were helpful again. And he says, man, I rejoiced in that. This is such a blessing. And he goes on to say, not that I speak in respect of want. So he's saying, I wasn't in a situation where I wanted the things that you had. Well, that would be covetousness, wouldn't it? But he says, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content. He says, I've learned that no matter what situation I'm in, to be content. And he's going to go on and explain what he means by that. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. Now, there's two things that the apostle says here that are really interesting to me. One is, he says, I have learned. And the other one is, I have been instructed. And he tells us what he means by to be in want, to be full or to be hungry, to abound or to suffer need. So Paul has said, I have been in a state where I did not have enough food. And I have been in a state where I had more than I could eat. And he says, I've learned in any of these situations to be content. Now that's the key. But the other key is the fact that he had learned these things and that he had been instructed in these things. You see, the Christian life is a life of growing. It's a life of learning. And it helps if we know what lessons we need to be learning, and contentment is one of them. Am I learning to be satisfied in Jesus no matter where I am? And how do we do that? Well, Paul says, I learned these things. He says, I've been in need and I've abounded with these things. And he says, here's how I do it. Verse 13, I can do all things through Christ, which strengtheneth me. You see, he's content in Jesus. He's content in knowing that if I don't have my necessary daily stuff that I need sitting right here in front of me, what I do have is I have a strength that comes directly from Jesus. So if I need to make it another day, well, he'll give me the strength to do that. And whenever I desperately need something, he's going to send it. I want you to think about Elijah at the brook Cherith. You know, he drank from the brook and the ravens brought him food. God has incredible ways of providing the things that we need, especially in the circumstances that we are in because of following him. And so Paul says, you know, it's taken me some time and I've learned some of these lessons, but I'm content. To be content means to be satisfied, willing to accept something in a state of peaceful happiness. He says, I'm happy, I'm content. I appreciate the gift that you sent, but I want you to know it's not because I want your stuff. It's this incredible blessing because I know that God is the great provider, and I'm content with my relationship with him. Listen, you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you today. I want you to know that. I want you to realize that. And the context of that particular verse has to do with being content in the situation of life. So where are you at in life right now? Are you at a place where you wish that you could be promoted in your job? You wish you could advance in your situation? You think you need more in the areas of ministry and these kind of things? Listen, I want you just to take a deep breath and learn to be content with where God has you right now. God bless you. Have a great day.